Good Tuesday morning. This is the holiday edition of the Monday Morning Memo. Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. We got New Year's coming up a little later this week. The fun just continues. A couple things. Want to remind everybody on January 10th is our annual kickoff breakfast at the Eugene Country Club. We've got a whole new format this year. We've got a speaker coming in. Breakfast starts at 8:30. The meeting itself is going to go from 9 to 12:30. So it is long, but 2.5 hours of that is a national speaker we're bringing in. So hope you can make it to that. We'll also be giving away our iPads that morning for those that have the best poker hand. So make sure to bring your poker hand with you on the 10th. One of the things I saw this morning, actually I was watching the Today Show, and I saw that holiday sales this year were up 16% online. So online holiday sales were up 16%. But a number that amazed me, and really when you think about it, I shouldn't be so amazed, the number of people using mobile devices to order online, so mobile devices to order holiday retail stuff online, was up 117%. Over double the amount of people this year were using their iPhone, iPad, whatever it may be, smartphone to order stuff online. That just validates what we've done with our online marketing as far as our QR codes, our text information system, all of our websites being mobile formatted, whether it be your personal one, the company one, or each of your listings being mobile formatted. Certainly that is the way, not the way life is going, it's the way life has gone. It's not the future, it's clearly the present. We'll continue to build as we move forward. I was also reading an article, and it was talking about communication and how people communicate, and it was saying that the average teenager today sends 2,272 texts a month, which is only 76 a day. Now, I've got a teenage daughter, and I know she exceeds 76 a day, so she's helping keep that average up. But really what the article was talking about is our consumers, as they come into the market, those people that are teenagers now or in their mid-20s now, they may text, and email's even old-fashioned for them. It was just reminding those of us in the service business and the sales business to make sure you're communicating with the client the way they want to be communicated with. In other words, I prefer to use the phone, but a lot of clients today and agents, which are my clients, may want to text, may want to email, that type of thing. So we need to make sure we're adapting our communication style to where our customers are. Otherwise, they'll find somebody else that meets their communication styles more. So something to keep in mind to make sure you're trying to pair up the communication styles of your consumers. The article went on to say, and this is the best part of it, is, and this is true whether you're selling real estate, other services, that type of thing, it is still very much and will continue to always be a relationship business. That doesn't mean that technology, whether it's websites or texting or emailing or whatever, isn't part of building that relationship. But it was talking about, and it's very true, successful salespeople, which we all are, build their business on relationships. So while all the technology is great, it's still that being able to bond with people and form relationships that makes you good. So make sure to continue to hone your skills at relationship building while you're working in the technology as well. I want to wish Mike Meller a happy birthday. Mike turns a year older. I don't even know. Mike, you must be like 35 or something like that. On January 1st, I was laughing when I wrote this down because several years ago, Mike and I were at a New Year's Eve party together up at Crescent Lake in the snow. And at about, it must have been 10:30 at night, so this would have been about 90 minutes before the New Year and Mike's birthday, my dog proceeded to bite Mike's son, which was not funny at the time, although it turned out Mike's son's fine. In fact, he's become an excellent BMX racer. I'm sure it had something to do with my dog biting him, and I'm going to want part of the royalty money, Mike. So Mike and I spent that New Year's at Sacred Heart in the emergency room. So I got to spend a birthday with Mike, and that was certainly exciting. I'm glad I'm not partying with you this New Year's. That dog is since deceased, so your son should be fine as well, Mike. So Cindy Cummings has been with us 11 years this week. Time flies, Cindy, when you're having fun. And Marvin and Malou have been with Remax Integrity for 13 years. We're sure glad you guys are with us. You keep us moving, especially you, Marv, keeping the office morale up. A couple things I wanted to point out as we get to the talking point of the week, but it was just some great information as I looked through this. I subscribed to USA Today Online on my iPad, and there was a story, and I'm just going to hit the highlights of the story. It was talking about how things aren't nearly as bad as we always portray in the media. In fact, here's some facts to keep in mind. Our troops are coming home. Obviously, that's a good thing. There's obviously arguments whether it's too soon and that type of thing, but if you've been watching the story of the troops coming home over the weekend, that's a great thing. The economy is perking up. I mean, it's factual that the unemployment rate's been coming down, not as fast as we'd like, but it has been trending for 6 months in the right trend line, which is going down. We're importing less oil as a nation than we have in years and years. Traffic fatalities are falling, and crime is still dropping as it has been for a couple decades now. I just thought that article was good because we're always reading what's wrong and how horrible things are and blah, blah, blah. Well, things really are better. Are they perfect? Nope, not yet, but they're clearly headed that way. So I hope everybody has a great 2012, and we'll talk to you soon.